down and then figure eight the middle,
Yeah.
right? Or what I even do, what I prefer to do, is to just put a bead of finish right there, and I stand back here, and I take the thing up and back. And then my buddy comes back and puts another one, and I stand back there and I go up and back, and we work it that way. It's just a different pattern. As long as there's a clear-cut pattern, you're fine. And then the string mop versus this mop, you know, it should be a blended rayon, blue and white or green and white. A cleaning pad is designed to absorb dirt and moisture, right? Something that you would flat mop your floor with. This is designed to release the little, I used this 2 weeks ago.
You washed it?
Squeeze it out with water, threw it in the laundry, hung it dry, reusable, right? So spend a little money on good things like this, but you can reuse them. But essentially I've showed up where they had the cleaning pad.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we put it down with. And I'm like, well, how do you get any on the floor?
It's
It's meant to soak up and hold. You know, this is meant to release. The other cool thing about this is when you've got pressure and you've got the handle, it prevents you from putting the coat down too heavy. If you have a string mop and you're slopping it around, you're gonna have like uneven, you might be heavy over here and light through here.
Yeah.
This actually just scoots the finish with you as you go and only leaves behind what can be left behind. So I guess there's physics, you know, to it as well. So I do prefer this method if you can. Much easier cleanup, you know,
To a mop.
to the blue and white mop that you've got. So, and then laying the finish, right? Once we do that, you can use a regular bucket. You can use a rectangle flat mop bucket. For me, I'm probably gonna have Pete get me like a coffee cup or something. We're just gonna like pour puddles. However it gets on the floor, we're just gonna spread it around. But I don't see any real use in wetting up his bucket if we just pour it on the floor. Regular gallons work really well for that. The one I did 2 weeks ago, we actually had garden watering cans, which is old school. He had 2 of them. I was like, you are the man. So you don't want the tip on it. If it's got the little spray tip on there, you just hack that off. But if you fill that up, you can just pour a puddle here, puddle here, puddle here, puddle here, and then start smearing it around and working it around. However you get it on the floor, it doesn't matter.
We've used the backpack thing.
Backpack
Did
thing.
we use that?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we liked it. I didn't know what your thoughts were on it.
I love it.
It's nice, you can just spray it and keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going as you're-
You get a nice even flow. You fill up the backpack with the finish, put it on your back, and it's got a tube that comes down to the end of the stick.
Yeah.
You press the button and it squirts it out. Hey, lovely, you know. You gotta make sure you flush them out,
Yeah.
clean them out, a little maintenance to do with them. I usually just roll old school and pour it on the floor.
Okay.
and go that way. Pattern doesn't really matter either, as long as there's a pattern to work your way out of the door. Seems, you know, like it would be, what is it, common sense, right? But if you don't tell janitors, you know, to make sure you get yourself out of the door, they might not.
You're stuck in there.
Well, it's not even janitors. I'm thinking of summer help, right?
Yeah,
In schools that I've dealt with a lot.
Corner.
Sure.
So we have to say, like, make sure you start over there and come out to there. But, you know, if you took this as a rectangle, you could choose to say,